everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Lori.
I'm Jeff.
Oh wait,
That's
we
different.
usually do it different. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. He's Jeff.
She's Lori.
And we're the Gen X villagers.
How's everybody doing? You know, we're just a couple of Gen Xers I just turned 60 and we're just trying to figure out how to get to the retirement.
He's so much older than me.
And how to get down to the villages. We're just pre-retirement and still working and still trying to figure it all out. So thanks everybody for showing up to our channel today. New video today. We haven't been on in a few days. Guys, we've just been resting. We have been tired this heat.
Tell on me for taking a nap.
We have given each other permission now to have a nap whenever we want. Really, truly. And we have not done that for our whole lives. We have just worked and worked and worked and no naps. No, we'll nap when we get to retirement.
Nap when you die.
Nap when you die. No, not now. Definitely helps to have a nap every once in a while. Now we don't nap every day.
Then you can't go to sleep when you go to bed at night because you slept.
That's true.
Oh well.
So today, on today's video, we're going to talk about a few things. First of all, and I'm going to have to read off of a paper because we don't have a teleprompter and I can't remember all this stuff. So, first of all, today, I just want to go over, it's 94 degrees outside right now in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We have a heat index of 108. And so we're having a heat warning right now. And it's exactly the same as it is down there in Florida from what I hear. So we got about maybe 2 more weeks of green grass and then everything's going to start drying up. And we're going to get up into the 110 degree range here real soon. We usually hit 110, sometimes 115, usually. Hopefully not that hot.
And it's humid. It's not dry.
No, today's dew point is 79. So we've got humidity just like everybody does. Humidity. And you know, it's just part of what we go through here. Yeah. So
but anyway, I'd rather have that than snow on the ground.
No kidding. We will get to 0 and sometimes below 0 in the winter, and we'll get to 110 in the summer. So the extremes in temperatures here, they're hard. It's hard on concrete. It's hard on houses,
animals,
roofs,
humans,
animals, plants, everything. It's just, it's too extreme to really even grow anything. Yeah. So we have oak trees here. That's what grows. It's hard to even get pine trees here. So anyway, we're glad y'all came by. We can't wait to see y'all. Can't wait to get down there again. But on today's video, back to that, we're going to have what's going on with us, new this week. We're going to have a little bit of Gen X trivia at the end. And then in the middle for the main topic today, I'm going to talk about why Gen Xers are having a bit more of a challenge than the other generations at getting to retirement. As I've researched this subject over the last couple of weeks, I'm probably going to do a 3 or a 4-parter to do some of this. It's been an eye-opening experience today and the last couple of days researching all of this. So I'm going to share a few things with you and try not to make this a 20-minute video. So that's what we got for you today.
That's the goal.
Yep. Here we go. So anyway, today we're going to start off with what's going on with us. Lori, you got anything for that?
No, don't put me on the spot.
Lori's been working hard, so I've been trying to put everything together. This week, it has been a difficult week trying to get anybody to even have any interest in buying any of our stuff.
I do know what's new, which is the revelation last night, which just came over me different than ever before.
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody about that?
Well, it was what, midnight or so? I came in. He's still in the office working. And I said, okay, I've decided we're selling all of our bedroom furniture, which we've had for, I don't know, 20-something years. When we bought it, it was like our dream bedroom furniture set that we would never be able to have in our whole entire life, and we finally got it. And so I'm like, it can go. I'm done.
It's big furniture. It's heavy wood, all wood.
Dark cherry wood.
Dark
it's
cherry
a matching
stain.
armoire that goes with it.
Yeah,
and
it's like just 5 or 6 pieces.
It's a massive, massive, heavy, well-built, quality set. And I don't want to take it.
And I was ecstatic when she said that because I'm the one that has to load it and unload it in the truck.
And when we sold our house, the lady that bought it said, we want the bedroom furniture. And we were like, no.
They
But
wanted
now,
everything.
Yeah. They got the kitchen table and
they
chairs,
got a living
the couch,
room set.
They got my desk and an office chair. They wanted everything left. And we even sold them our washer and dryer.
We did.
Anyway, not the bedroom
refrigerator,
furniture.
everything.
Yeah.
But we kept the bedroom furniture because we love that set.
Yeah.
But it's dark wood, and it's just not going to fit into what we're doing now.
And it'll take up a large amount of the moving van, which we will be loading and unloading and driving ourselves. So that's
so
a huge...
I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. It's a great... I mean, maybe we can put a picture in here. I don't know, but it's good looking
and
stuff.
These shelves behind us, they're like dumpster worthy. They're just like off balance and not held together anymore. So those are not going to go.
We're starting to check off the things that we're going to get rid of now. We know nobody's going to want our bedroom furniture, but I mean, we're going to try to sell it or give it away because it's still good stuff.
He said, let me just rent a wood chipper and go out in the backyard. I said, no, that's a little excessive. Somebody could use it.
No, we'll see if we can get somebody to take it. One of our kids or something. I don't know. Because it's really good stuff. But it's just not in style anymore either. It's dark wood.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. But that's what we've been going through this week. I've had no bites on any of the stuff I've put on either Facebook or Craigslist or anything. And I don't know if it's just the season or...
We're going to try that Nextdoor app. Mm-hmm. We haven't tried that yet.
And I don't have it priced too high. So, I mean, I know I'm going to hear that. But the price will start to drop. I mean...
Speaking of...
And a lot of this stuff, I think what we as Gen Xers think about our stuff is that it's worth something. And a lot of times it's not.
We get that from our parents.
Yeah, we do.
They think all their stuff's worth stuff.
Okay, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, speaking of prices being dropped in the villages on new homes.
Hey, have you all seen? Oh, we were told when we were down there, prices.
Oh, they never.
We never have
drop
sales. We never, no discounts. Yeah, they do. There are several houses that are discounted. There's a couple that are $219,000 for the
little retreat.
The retreat, the nest, that size. And there were a couple of bigger ones.
Yeah. But some of them were like $50,000 or $60,000 off. Mm-hmm. Brand new, exactly like a brand new one a mile away. Or
like
less
in Water's
than a mile
Edge.
Away. Yeah.
So, was it Water's Edge?
I think so.
I think it was. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so...
The ones for sale are in Well Point.
There's a lot of houses. If you look at the VLS right now, there's thousands of houses for sale in the villages.
And the lots that are in Edenfield that we've been watching sit there for weeks.
They're selling, but they're not
$0
selling.
Lots, and nobody's.
They're not selling like they were.
Which is good news for us, since we want them to slow the roll until we get there.
Yeah, and maybe it's just the time of year, because I was watching Mark Gilbo the other day, and he said it's a slow time of year. So maybe it's just that.
True.
We don't know yet, because this is our first season of going through that. But
sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
No, you're good. And so we have been watching that too. So that's kind of what's going on in our world. We're working hard. It's been busy for Lori. They're inundated at her job with more work than they can ever take care of. Yeah, it's good job security. And I've been working pretty hard at my stuff too, late into the night. So that's what's been going on with us. So now I'm going to get to the main point of today's video. I'm going to talk about why Gen Xers are having more of a difficult time getting to retirement than like our baby boomer parents. And we don't realize it because we're so used to, as Gen Xers, having everything fall on us to fix, to do, to whatever, to make right. And we'll just do it. We'll just do it ourselves. We have no problem with that. And it's so hard to see that this is happening to us, but it is happening. So I don't have a teleprompter, so I'm going to be reading this. So everybody just kind of give me a little grace for that. Yeah. She doesn't like finance stuff. So anyway, I just want to talk about retirement investing, that kind of thing. And so there's some reasons, some big reasons actually, and a lot of them as to why our retirement accounts aren't as big as they should be as when our baby boomers got to this age, our baby boomer parents. So here we go. Boomers had a good head start on their retirement for two main reasons. Number one, there were economic booms at the end of World War II when the baby boomers kind of got started through the 60s. Number two, they had pensions with the companies that they worked for. Not everybody, but a lot of them did. And there were also government jobs that had a lot of those pensions. By the time that we get into the early 80s, starting our careers where we start working, we entered in a long recession. The Cold War, the fall of the Soviet Union, 3 Gulf Wars, Y2K, 9/11, I know the Gulf Wars were later, Y2K, 9/11, and the long aftermath of terrorism and wars in the Middle East that transpired after 9/11. Baby boomers at that point already had a big chunk of money set aside that was in their retirement accounts that had grown over decades. We started our careers in the midst of all of this global chaos, not to mention we've had tons of presidential scandals that don't turn out to be true, but the media takes on all this almost a persona of needing everybody to watch them and what have you.
Well, plus, I know when we were in high school, about that time for everybody, our age group, is when the internet, the World Wide Web, the www dot came out. And that's when you started being able to get global news, you know, even though it was on dial-up and it took forever. But before us, the generation, they had to wait on the 5 o'clock news channel.
And that's all they had.
Or the newspaper. And so our news, the bad news, traveled quicker every day.
Or an occasional magazine that was weeks old or whatever. Right. And so our news started coming sooner and a lot more of it. And so we started learning about things that are chaos that's going on around the world. Mm-hmm. So we all started all of our careers in this global chaos. We had, so now we've got the mainstream media that's on hourly with the Russia-Ukrainian war, with the Israeli-Palestinian war, with all of the financial stuff that's going on, around all of that.
And you don't know who to trust because some of it's all fake.
A lot of it is fake. A lot of it on both sides of the aisle. Yeah. So pensions went away. We don't have pensions anymore, which is where the company would just continue to put money in, and it just built over time. We got 401ks, and in the 80s and 90s when 401ks started, they were a cheaper option for companies.
And 403bs for nonprofit.
Right.
We had that at the hospitals.
Yep, at the hospitals. And there was no match with 403bs. No. And originally on 401ks, there was no match. We didn't know how they worked.
Right.
And the mutual funds that were inside of these 401ks, nobody knew what they were. Nobody knew how it worked.
You just trusted your guy.
And the better options of mutual funds to put in 401ks cost the companies more money.
Yeah.
And so they all went with the cheap options that didn't give us very much return.
Right.
So we were told over time, just put your money in an S&P 500 index fund inside your 401k, do 10% and you'll be fine. You'll get to retirement and have enough money. Well, that hasn't worked. And here's some statistics. So from the year 2000 to now, which is 25 years, the S&P 500 has returned a little over 7% on average year over year. Now think about the last couple of years where we've actually done really well with 25 or 30% in the market. If we didn't have those years, we would be down in the 4 or 5% of growth. So all of the growth in our 401ks has basically been what we've put in it, which is ridiculous, but that's what we've had. And most people aren't realizing that all of these world events have caused us to not really get the rates of returns that we needed.
And in the meantime, inflation keeps going up and prices keep going up and raises don't keep going up. So we're actually losing ground.
That's right. So I don't know about you guys, but many of us, and especially in our family, in our part of the world, we haven't gotten raises in decades. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we would go 10 years without getting a raise.
You get 1%, even though your insurance rates just went up 4%.
Yeah. So 2 years ago when inflation was up 20% and we felt it, everybody felt it in their pocketbooks. Lori got a 1% raise. And we were like, what? 1%. We're grateful for that, but goodness, we have just not kept up with our raises and or our the interest we get on our investments.
Right.
So that's basically the problem. The only way to beat all of these headwinds that we have gotten for us over the last many years, decades, and this is not investment advice because I am not an investment advisor. I am not. So don't anybody think that I'm giving advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube. I don't know anything. I mean, I kind of do because I used to do some of this, but I don't do that anymore and I'm not licensed anymore. But this is what Lori and I decided to do with our money. We decided that we need to move out onto the risk tolerance line and start. We don't have more time. Time is a big problem. So if you don't have time, you got to get better returns. You got to get better interest on your investments. So I mentioned the S&P 500. Well, instead of going into an S&P 500 index fund, maybe we needed to do a NASDAQ 100 index fund, which has garnered about 15% over the last 20 years, 25 years. So you just got to get better interest rates if you can stomach the ups and the downs. Also, I have realized that just like digital pictures versus real pictures and the internet, we Gen Xers need to embrace the new technologies that are starting to hit us in the face, like AI, like crypto, like a lot of these things that are digital. I don't like it, didn't like it, she doesn't like it, but guess what? We've got to do that because the new technologies are what's going to garner the higher interest rates, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
if you don't, you're going to get left in the dust.
Folks, it's just like our baby boomer parents. You know, they don't want to embrace computers and cell phones and all of that technology. They don't like it. We can't be that way. We just can't. So here are the new technologies and where the best returns are that I have seen lately. Now, I understand that please just understand this is for Lori and I. So what I ended up doing a couple of years ago when we sold our house, I decided I was going to start learning how to do options trading, futures trading, and try to learn about crypto the best that I could. And so it's been about a year and a half, and I have made tons of mistakes. So again, don't listen to me. But it can help quite a bit once you learn how to do it. We're not built for this, but I will tell you one thing that we are built for. Our generation, Generation X, is the generation that knows how to learn.
We don't quit.
And we don't quit until we learn it. And so that's what I've done over the last couple of years.
Remember that one comedian that says, "We are never going out of business"?
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
Yeah.
We have gotten the short end of the stick for most of our savings years as Gen Xers because everything is geared towards the baby boomers. We being right behind them, we get the scraps in everything from good investing vehicles to tax breaks to Social Security benefits to healthcare being reduced for us. In other words, we have high deductible plans. Mm-hmm. Our baby boomer parents have no idea what that even is.
No, and now they're on Medicare and they still don't have.
And now they're on Medicare. The housing market cycles benefited them too. I could go on. I've listed about 20 things that benefited baby boomers over Gen Xers. And it's because we don't stand up and say, it's our turn. We need benefits too. If you're giving benefits to them, you got to give it to us. Most baby boomers now have retired, or there's just a small portion of them now. And we Gen Xers are starting to come into retirement. Okay, so now what? What do we do? Hear me on this point. I don't begrudge any baby boomer for taking advantage of those things. I would. I want my parents to. And so it doesn't benefit me at all to gripe about them because I would do the same thing. But we are at the front edge of the Gen Xers turning into retirement age now. And so we've got to take advantages of the things that we can take advantage of. And we can't sit here and just go, poor me. So here's one of the good things. I recognize it now. We have YouTube, and some of the financial YouTubers and leaders that I've discovered along the way have helped me understand quite a bit. And it took Lori a while to where we got more comfortable with having a little bit more risk in our retirement funds. None of them have all of the answers, but I've had to take pieces from each one of them to kind of fit into our situation to figure out what we need. And so the main decision I had to make is I had to get on board with finding new ways of getting better returns. And if we don't, as Gen Xers, if we don't find a way to do all of this, and including AI, which we've started learning, we're going to get left behind. it's not going to be good for us. The good news is, though, that we are resourceful and we're resilient and we know how to learn new concepts better than any other generation.
That's true.
Meaning when the crap hits the fan, and I saw this from a comedian on a YouTube not too long ago. I wish I knew his name. I'd give him credit. But he says when the crap hits the fan and there's an emergency, break the GenX'ers glass box of the closest Gen X'er to you for rescue. The boomers generally rely on their own information from other boomers, which is, how they know economic conditions, how tax laws are changing, all of those things. They rely on each other, but they don't have everything right. And they don't want to do new things. They are relying on us more and more to help them, but they don't see us as experts at anything because we're their kids. I can't tell you how many times my mom and dad look at me. I know they're looking at me and thinking, he doesn't know anything because he's only 25 years old.
Well, he still gives you driving directions and parking directions.
He does. He gets in the car. I'm taking him to, wherever I need to take him, and he'll tell me how to drive the whole time. And it's fun. And it's funny.
Son, the light's turning yellow. You need to slow down.
You need to get in this lane.
Son.
You need to get in he does that exactly. And it's funny.
No.
And I love him for it because it's kind of unique to him. It's kind of cute. But they rely on us more and more to help them, but they don't see us as experts at anything. We are their kids because they prepared financially and had this long timeline where they could invest money. They feel like they've got this financial thing down and they don't need anything from us. They don't need to hear from us. They feel like they've got it. And the other issue, though, is that they don't have the street smarts that we have because we were thrust into all of this chaos in the world and we just learned how to do it ourselves, right? So they need our help, but they don't need our help financially. They need our help physically now. Now, our kids need our help to bail them out financially most of the time, which is why we're called the sandwich generation. So we're giving our kids money. Our kids are living with us until they're 25 and 26 now, which we never got to do. I don't know about you guys.
Never wanted to do.
But when I was 18, it was, there's the door. You've got a job. Go figure it out.
And I was, bye. Here's the door. I'm leaving.
Me too. That's how we were, right?
Yeah.
We were almost adults at 18. The kids now, and again, I'm not picking on the younger generation.
Everybody gets a trophy. Good job.
They have been told their whole lives at school that
you're special.
You're
a
special.
snowflake.
You don't need to know any of this math stuff because you got
That's
a phone
true.
or
Just
calculator.
ask Siri.
Just ask Siri. All this stuff. We had to learn how to memorize phone numbers.
The whole multiplication table.
Everything. So they rely on us financially because they don't know numbers. They don't have math. They just don't understand how all the bills work and how to adult and how all those things. Lori and I have gone through it with our kids, and our kids are great kids. Don't get me wrong. But they've had to learn how to do it the hard way because, our generation just does everything for them.
We taught them, but their friends' parents didn't teach them.
Their friends, yes.
Yeah. And so it's like, how do we know all this? And it's like, because we raised you that way.
Right. And so because we're giving money to our kids to help them, we're giving our time and effort and energy to our parents to help them. That's another reason why our retirement is not looking...
Not where it should be.
Not where it should be, yeah. We're kind of okay, but we've got a ways to go. So, a large part of what we've got to do now is just figure out the new technologies and figure out how to do this right. So, here are a few names of YouTubers that I watch on a regular basis, mostly daily, not all the time. Some of them are weekly and some of them are a couple of times a week, but it will help you all learn what you need to do if you need to learn how to invest a little bit more, because 401ks are not going to get it for us anymore, guys. We just don't make enough interest in our 401ks. Some, yes, I'm not saying all, but some mutual funds inside our 401ks are good, but you also have to know when to change. They tell you, do a 60-30, 60% stock, 30% bonds, and then 10% in something risky if you've got it inside your 401k, but that's just not getting us enough return anymore. So here are a couple of folks that I'm going to give you that I watch on a regular basis. Stock Mo, M-O-E, Stock Mo. He's a great guy. He's been a financial advisor. He's really good at explaining things. He's got a great channel. Y'all should go watch him.
He was a coach.
He was a coach too, yeah, and a financial coach.
Yeah.
And he's taught high school and college, and he's really good to understand. Zach Rector, ZachRector.com. I can't say enough about how much Zach has helped me understand crypto.
And me.
You've got to learn to understand it.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as you think. It's like when we went from digital pictures to digital cameras, or regular pictures to digital cameras. Money is being digitized, and the new money going forward, the new money system going forward, is all going to be on blockchain. Blockchain is going to be the new internet of money, banks, financial systems, and what have you. It's all money is going to be digitized. It's kind of like taking a picture of your mortgage, for instance, your mortgage documents, and putting it on a blockchain or on the internet. It's going to be like that. And so we have to learn how that works, or we're going to be left behind. Next one is Economic Ninja. He's also got another channel called Real Estate Ninja. And he's really good. He's got, and again, of these, you take pieces that you need and you leave the rest behind. None of these have all of the answers. The next one, he's really entertaining. His name is Jay Bravo. He's called Johnny Bravo, but the channel is J, just the letter J, and Bravo. He's really good. Simpler Trading is where I learned to do a lot of my options trading and a little bit of futures trading. And that's starting to turn around and get to where I not only understand it, I actually kind of know how to make money doing that. Mark Gilbo Realty, I've mentioned him before. He's got great information. Sounds to me like he's got a really good head on his shoulders as far as real estate goes. And as you guys know, I've been a realtor for a long time and been in real estate for a long time. I am no longer active in my licensing here in Oklahoma, but I understand markets pretty well. And he, as far as I'm concerned, has a pretty good take on what the real estate market is. David is in Florida. Tons of information with him on statistics, how the market is either going up or down.
That's specific to the villages.
And it's specific to the villages, yeah. And so he's really good too. And then the last one I want to mention is Robin Cavallero. She's got some good information. When she walks through houses, she kind of gives you an idea of not just the house and what it's worth, but what's in the house, the properties that, and she even does some rental stuff, which is really good. And so those people, if you'll start there, those are really good ones.
I was going to say, everybody you just named, they are, I want to say genuine, real, they're authentic. They're not
there for just the clicks.
No, they'll tell you like it is.
Yeah. And they don't have any problems with that.
Right.
They're not just trying to get a YouTube channel to get the maximum amount of subscribers that they can.
Two of them do have classes and products that they'll, promote if you wanted to buy them or whatever. But for the most part, that's not about their channel.
And I've done some of that. I would say that you don't need to get into that. Mm-hmm. A lot of the stuff that you're going to figure out, just watch them for a little while and see if that's something you want to do.
Or if you connect to them. The
last thing I want to mention in a lot of this is I've learned how to do what's called covered calls. And covered calls are basically an option where you actually own the stock and you get what's called premium from other people that are trying to do options. It's a little complicated. But when we're in retirement, it's an easy way to have like a little part-time job, a little extra money coming in retirement if you learn how to do it. It is complicated, but I know Gen-Xers, and we can understand and learn this stuff and like nobody.
Jay Bravo teaches you how to make money in a bear market and a bull market. So when it's going up, you can make money, and when it's going down, you can make money if you're doing the right thing at the right time. Mm-hmm.
He can teach you swing trading, which is another way of learning how to do it. There's different ways of doing it, and you guys can pick out your way and go with it, but don't sit on your hands and hope that your 401k is going to make money. It has made money over the last 2 years. No doubt about it. We've had 25 to 30% returns the last couple of years. That's not going to happen all the time. That's not going to happen every year. We're going to have some down years. We're going to have some years where we make 5 or 7%. Mm-hmm. So you have to learn how to supplement this and how to make things go.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I've got on that. Let's get into...
That's part one?
That is part one. Yeah. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit, hopefully, about a little bit more about options trading, maybe some futures trading. I'm not sure. and just how to get more interest in other places as far as your investments go. Okay, now we're about to end this video. The last thing we're going to do here is Gen X trivia.
All right. I haven't seen it. This is a surprise to me.
I told her I was just going to surprise her with it all. Okay, let me grab it here. How many of you all remember this picture? Everybody remember? And what it came from and what the baby's name was?
Oh, yes, I do.
The whole world was mesmerized for days on this news story.
Put it back up.
Days and days and days. And as a first responder, Lori and I were very interested in it.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to write in the comments below if you know what that is and what her name is, that would be great. Second thing. Anybody remember what this is? It's small. It's a little thing.
And it goes.
And okay, and then the last thing I wanted to do was I want to read a little, and I don't have it. Okay, pause.
Okay, he's back.
Okay, we're back. I found my piece of paper. So there was a show back in the 80s that we all loved. It was a very famous show. And there was a gentleman, a character that George Wendt played. You remember George Wendt? Mm-hmm. George Wendt is a famous actor. If y'all don't know, look him up. I was going to ask in the comments if you know what show he was in. But he died a few weeks ago. And he was one of my favorite actors in a sitcom. And I didn't realize till today that he had passed away. He passed away on like the 25th of May, something like that. And if you all can comment in the comment section also, if you know what the famous cheer was when he came into the room every time, it would be great.
Oh, I know then.
Do you know
I didn't
who
know
it
his
is?
name,
Mm-hmm.
but I know what you're talking about.
And there was a love interest on the show with two characters. Name them if you can.
Yep.
But he died in his sleep on the 20th of May. And I just want to say, rest in peace, buddy. You gave me a lot of laughs. And I really did appreciate seeing you every week.
Yeah.
And that's all we've got for you today. You got anything else for us?
Mm-mm.
No. This is some good memories, right?
Yeah.
So let's all think about him, today.
Where everyone knows your name.
Where everyone knows your name. A couple of prayers will be good. Anyway, thank you all for watching us. Subscribe and
we've had a lot of encouragement on doing the live, so still.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how to do that. Actually, again, here's an update on
the equipment update.
The equipment update, just real quick.
Oh my gosh! So we ended up getting another set of microphones. The Rode
expensive
brand,
ones this time.
The brand new micro minis, whatever they're called, with the fuzzy things and all that. Same exact thing. They pair. Everything connects.
It says it's working.
It says go, and they don't work. So our daughter, who has an iPhone, and I know, you guys need to get iPhones. We're not going to do that. It worked great on her phone. Instantly, without any problems. So
we know what it is.
It's because our phones are like 5 years old.
Yeah.
Not because they're Androids, okay?
No. But as Gen Xers, if the phone's working and the battery's still good,
all we
keep
need
going.
to do is use it to call and text. But anyway, we're going to have to get new phones.
So we've said Lori's got to get a new phone. Now we're sure she's got to get a new phone.
Yeah.
We just think it's the software on our phones.
I think so.
So anyway, again, thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks everybody for
being
liking
patient
and subscribing and commenting. Keep the comments coming. Keep the questions coming. We love that stuff. We love reading it. It's just a joy in our lives to see that stuff and read it every night and read it to each other.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys very much, and we love y'all, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.